All right, good evening, everyone. I will call the September 23rd, 2023 meeting of the Newtown Township Board of Supervisors to order. I will note that the board did meet an executive session at 6:30 this evening, where we discussed one litigation matter, which was the discussion of a zoning hearing board appellate matter. With that being said, Mr. Sharretts, please call the roll.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Supervisor Altieri.
Here.
Supervisor Roberts Lightcap.
Here.
Supervisor Russo.
Here.
Supervisor Chanlis.
Here.
Supervisor San Francesco.
Here.
Your township solicitor and township engineer are present, and your director of public works is here representing the township manager.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharretts. We'll now move down to the moment of silence. And we will stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, republic for which
Which stands
under
one
God,
nation, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Section 5, approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor Chanlis, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Section 6, public comment for agenda items only. If there's any members of the public who have any public comment that they wish to provide with relation to an agenda item, please come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Let the record reflect that there is no public comment at this time. Section 7, minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the September 9th, 2024 meeting?
So moved.
Motion was made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor Chanlis. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. I will go a little bit out of order. 1 second, Arlene. We're gonna go to section 15, public hearing. I will note that it is 7:06. This hearing is being opened for 14 Phillips Lane, and I will announce on the record that this is being continued until October 21st, 2024. And we can close the record. Tom, it's always great seeing you. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. All right, Arlene, now we'll go to you. Sorry about that. Section 8, presentations 8.1, presentation from our amazing library director, Miss Arlene Caruso.
Thank you. Good evening, Newtown Township supervisors and staff and community members. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to speak tonight. For those of you who don't know me, and I think everybody does, my name's Arlene Caruso, and I've been the director at Newtown Public Library for almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in February. I'm here today because September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. It's a time when we over at the library encourage everyone in our community to get their library cards. And as you know, library cards give you access to everything we offer, and we offer a lot. We offer online databases. We offer museum passes, including we have a pass for the Please Touch Museum, and we have ebooks. We have free events for all ages, and we also have books. So in case you didn't realize that, we have them. We have a lot of things, a lot of books. I'm proud to share that our library continues to see record-breaking circulation and visitor count. In July, we recorded our highest visitor count ever with 7,500, actually more than 7,500 visitors. And we circulated more than 15,700 items, which is our highest monthly circulation to date. And I'm really happy that it happened in July, because that was the month where we celebrated our 50th anniversary on July 15th. So, and we are also working on our strategic plan right now, and we want to hear from the community about what they'd like to see, what services and resources are important to them. And the survey is available until October 13th, and just go to our website, newtownlibrary.org, and it will pop up, and you can click on it, and really would be great to hear from everybody here. Before I conclude, I'd like to extend an open invitation to everyone to sign up for a library card. If you haven't already, it's quick, it's easy, it opens up a world of possibilities, and I'd love to help you. I have library cards with me and applications if you'd like to take that step. Thank you again for your continued support of the library and what we do in the community. We'd really appreciate your help in spreading the word about National Library Card Month, what's left of it, and encouraging residents to take advantage of everything we offer. Oh, and I meant to pull this up. I made a giant library card because, you know. I know, that's why I did it, Leonard. And I have some giveaways too for you guys. That's why I made it.
Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. All right, we will move down to section 9. You ready? All right, so there's a little bit of a change up here. So we're gonna open up that hearing. We're gonna go back down to section 15, public hearing. We're gonna reopen that hearing at 7:11 tonight. And I'm gonna make this announcement that 14 Phillips Lane will not be presented and we will continue it until the October 28th meeting. October 28th, 2024. The agenda says 21st, it should be the 28th. So this will be continued, 14 Phillips Lane will be continued until October 28th, 2024. And at 7:12, that meeting will close. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Tom, it's interesting that we went off the record as soon as you said that. Smart man, I'll tell you. So we'll move down to section 9, appointment to boards and commissions. 9.1, can I get a motion considering the appointment of Bill Baker to fill the unexpired term expiring on 12/31/2026 to the Historic Preservation Commission?
So moved.
Motion is made by Supervisor San Francisco, seconded by Supervisor Chandler. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Section 10, reports. 10.1, report from the Police Department. Chief Lunn, do you have anything to add?
Two things. I just wanted to touch on what's down under 10.8. It's a deer call. In February, on February 10th and 11th, the USDA will be coming out to the township and overnight conducting a deer survey of the current deer population in the township. We will be having an officer drive their truck around the township to the specified locations for them to do the survey.
What are those dates again?
February 10th and 11th, 2025.
That's they're just doing a survey of the
Survey,
population.
yes.
right?
They're trying to get an accurate count of what the current deer population is.
And we're waiting for February so that all the leaves are falling and they have a clear sight, right?
Their site distances.
Clear sight distances. Thank you for that. What I meant. Anything else to add to your report, Chief?
Also, the police department received a $5,000 grant from the Delaware County Interactive Gaming Revenue Authority. Captain John Newell applied for the grant. few months ago, and he was notified last week that we were awarded a $5,000 grant. This is, we're going to use this for some community policing. We intend to purchase 2 mountain bikes and uniforms for officers and training, have the officers ride the mountain bikes on patrol in the township.
Chief, when we get those police bikes, if we can just have your guys come back and do a presentation on that, because I don't think Newtown's ever had a bike patrol. From the conversation we had, sounds like it's a really good community engagement, if you will. And I just think it's important before they go out there that, you know, there's a presentation to us so that everybody else can share the excitement.
Maybe you can get your picture taken on one of the bikes.
Well, if you're gonna bring it, you know, I'll take a photo with it. So thank you. And thank you, Chief. I'm
That's all.
guessing you have
Thank
nothing else to add. Yes, thank you very much. 10.2, report from the fire department, Chief Young. No wisecracks like the other chief? No, nothing like that? All right. 10.3, report from the public works director, Mr. Sharretts.
Just one thing to add, this upcoming Saturday is going to be our annual electronics recycling collection event down at Delaware County Community College. We partner with Marple Township. The 2 teams work together and have a drop-off event between 9 and 12. And information is on the township website, township newsletter, township social media.
Perfect. 10.4, report from the director of code enforcement, Mr. Reschek. Do you have anything to add? Okay. Report from the finance director, nothing to add there. Report from the library director, Ms. Caruso, anything to add? Perfect. 10.7, report from the township engineer, Mr. Johnson.
Hey, good evening. Just a few updates on some projects we're working on. We've gone through the St. Albans Circle project is nearing completion. They put up signage today, and then they will be coming back in about a week's time for the stamped asphalt, the decorative asphalt around the center of the circle. The Hilltop and Radnor Road ramps, which you guys authorized last month, is currently out to bid. We'll have that for the first October meeting. The municipal roof complex roof project is a pre-construction meeting tomorrow for that project to get underway for the main building and then also Public Works buildings roof replacement. And then, as you probably noticed, the Route 3 improvements after many, many years of construction are finally reaching completion. In fact, at this point, they're substantially complete. And then tomorrow is the final punch list walkthrough with PennDOT, the developer of the township, to address any remaining items. So there's a little bit of signal work that'll be going on, but the heavy construction has finally come to completion.
Eric, something to add on that punch list is apparently the 3rd lane going west on Westchester Pike, right before you get to Boot Road, I guess there's a manhole cover that is depressed more than I guess the other ones are. If you hit it, people.
I do believe, yes, that was in the previous phase. I do believe that had been identified in the,
Okay.
it was on the contractor's list. for
Someone
that.
brought up to my attention coincidentally yesterday.
No, you were
Happy
correct.
birthday
It is
now.
low.
What's the status with regard to St. Albans Circle on restriping?
So they are, the last item that's to go in is the stamped asphalt in the center. But I believe the material's arriving this Friday and they're scheduled to do that on Monday. Once that's in, all the final striping is in place for the circle, including the crosswalks and everything, yes.
Okay, so they're doing the stamped asphalt
They
Friday.
have to get that in, and I believe the stamped asphalt material had to, they have to make the stencils material. I believe that's scheduled to be delivered Friday for installation Monday.
Okay,
So when are the cones gonna go away on St. Albans?
So
Because-
they're there until the striping goes in, just to help delineate. Once the pavement marking goes in, where you come off of the pike towards the circle, that wide area becomes very evident that it narrows down
Right.
when the pavement marking is in place.
The issue is kids are now biking in the middle of the road
Mhm.
and going in between the cones all day yesterday and Saturday with traffic.
Oh, okay.
So now they think it's a BMX track.
Okay.
So the issue is kids are doing this with traffic right now. So they're using the cones. We just need
Okay.
to do something.
Let's
faster.
figure out, let's figure out what we can do with that between now.
It was,
and the
it
pavement
was
marking going in.
pretty bad yesterday.
Okay. That is
There's
a,
like 5 kids on bikes just back and forth in the middle of St. Albans Avenue from Westchester Pike to the construction zone.
Maybe even just some construction tape between the cones.
Something so they don't use it.
let's see what we can, we'll see what we can do about
Because
that. right
if
now.
it was gonna go away, fine, but if it's gonna stay a little longer, it's becoming a nuisance for
Okay.
the drivers there.
That is a new one.
It is new.
Okay.
And then any update on the parking for the Meadow Preserve?
So my understanding is that Public Works has the actual parking spaces, which is the gravel parking off of the driveway is in. So there are parking spaces, and then from the parking spaces directly down into the switchback trail, that is there. I believe Public Works is then going to be working towards where the Lister Trail kind of ends and making that connection to the parking, but the actual parking spaces are available. Yeah, there.
Yes, and the PennDOT portion, we've got those materials.
Correct. And then we have, as far as the various, some delineators that we were looking to install on, out on the highway, that is, final plan approval from PennDOT, working on that, and Public Works is currently also looking to procure those materials.
Do you have final plan for from PennDOT? Or we're still waiting?
It's one of those things, we had a plan, they came back with like 2 comments, we revised the comments, they have 2 different comments. So
30 days, every time, right? 30 days. So this is when you're heading on 252 toward Westchester Pike, right? So that it knows that people are gonna turn, is that what?
So the intention right now, where if you were coming up from Episcopal or the flyover on
Mhm.
252, where there's that like gourd area in the middle, there's going to be some upright delineators that go in there to do 2 things: prevent somebody from coming on the flyover from turning over into the driveway, or somebody coming out of the driveway trying to make a bad decision and turn left out or
Mhm.
turn left into the driveway.
Okay. Thank you.
Last question I have for you is, I know that there were survey people in Upper St. Albans today. Can you just say what that was?
Yeah, so that's,
Questions on
I guess as we kind of talked about the last meeting, we were looking at, there's as we all know, various stormwater issues in the neighborhood, particularly in the area of Cayley, Lewis, and Horton. So the surveyors were out there identifying, just getting the existing conditions plan to allow us to do the design to install some additional storm sewers in the area to help mitigate some of the existing drainage issues in the neighborhood.
Perfect. Thank you, Aaron. Any other questions for Mr. Johnson? Seeing none, we'll go down to the report from the township manager, and we'll turn it over to Mr. Sharretts.
Yeah, there was nothing beyond the 2 items that Chief Lunn handled.
Perfect. All right. We'll now move down to section 11, payments. 11.1, can I get a motion approving the reimbursement to Church Newtown Square totaling $125 for overpayment of a permit review fee?
So moved.
Motion was made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor Chanlis. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 11.2, can I get a motion to approve the $75 refund to the Muirwood HOA for a room rental fee? The rooms will not be needed.
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor San Francisco, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Section 12, bills. I've reviewed the bills and I'll make a motion to approve the bills on check register A dated September 23rd, 2024, totaling $92,286.08. Motion is made by the chair, seconded by Supervisor Chanlis. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Section 13, developer release. 13.1, can I get a motion approving certificate of payment number 1 totaling $193,005.90 from Premier Concrete Incorporated associated with the St. Albans project as approved by the township engineer, leaving a retainage balance of $117,770.60.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap, seconded by Supervisor Russo. Is there any board discussion?
I just have a question. This is just for the concrete, right? Or are they doing the whole project?
No, this one covered the installation of the islands, the concrete, the ADA ramps. The remaining balance covers the stamped asphalt paperwork and signage.
Okay. And are we doing the paint? Who's painting the lines or is?
Painting the lines are within the contract for the contract.
Okay. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Any other board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Section 14, new business 14.1. Can I get a motion approving the advertisement for the receipt of bids associated with the stormwater management improvements at Water's Edge?
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor San Francisco, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? Eric, I believe you touched on this before, but because we have so many stormwater management projects going on, can you just give an overview of this?
Sure, this is one of the projects we've kind of been working on throughout this year. Basically, we have, the Water's Edge neighborhood has, a substantial amount of stormwater, but it's been coming down and impacting a whole stretch of the houses. We had gone through the design and finally have, had coordination with the property owners, to get to establish an easement, for the installation of this project. Now, at this point, we're just looking forth to go towards bid. Because this is one of those projects we're looking to utilize the ARPA funds. We want to get it in place and then allow us to go in construction in 25.
Perfect. Any questions, additional questions from Mr. Johnson? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. 14.2, can I get a motion approving the hiring of Thomas Barbine to fill the finance director position at an annual salary of $120,000 contingent on passing all required background checks?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? The only thing I'll say is that we're excited. I'm going to give you the opportunity to say something too, but let's vote on you first to make sure it's official. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Welcome to Newtown Township, and I'll let you to the podium, Tom.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity. Looking forward to it. Very excited. Appreciate everyone welcoming me. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan, so we're good. First thing, last thing Chris said to me. Chief said to me. I like challenges, and this is one that I have a lot of experience in resolving, and Steve and I are pretty excited about it. I welcome Suzanne for helping me, and Desiree. Pretty much it. I got 35 years of experience in municipal, various municipal experiences. I go so far as being heavily involved in debt refinancing, bond issuances, grant applications, writing grants. I'm a CPA, been a CPA for many years, since the late 80s. I had an opportunity, honestly, to choose from two opportunities to be finance directors for two townships that we're looking for. And I chose Newtown because it was, Steve gets the nod. We were on the phone going through the time sensitivity of between budgets and getting audits done, getting budgets done, getting back on the historic track that the financial excellence should be here. So thank you again, and hopefully you'll be hearing a lot more from me, and it won't be just hello, but it'll be some, as I call it, guts to make all the financial promises get delivered. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. 14.3, can I get a motion approving the request from the chief of police to trade in the department's existing patrol rifles and use this trade-in towards the purchase of new patrol rifles? The remaining balance will be paid or from a specific donation that the department has received for the purchase of these rifles.
So moved.
Motion was made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor San Francisco. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Section 15 we've done already. Section 16 will be board comment. The only thing I would like to say is congratulations again to Wade Pollock and the Parks and Rec Department, Parks and Rec Committee, for putting on an extremely successful Family Fun Day on Saturday at Drexel Lodge Park. I think people were saying that there was close to almost 1,200 people throughout the whole thing, from all over Delaware County. So it was very well attended. So good job, Wade, and to your team. Thank you again for an amazing event, and thank you for an amazing summer. I mean, you had event after event after event, so you and your committee have done a great job. And then I don't know if you want to talk about Dunwoody.
Oh, right. Last week, I had the pleasure of speaking at Dunwoody at their 100th anniversary of the founding of Dunwoody and the 50th anniversary of it becoming a continuing care facility. And we all got such a great response. They were very appreciative of the township and all the work that the township does. And they add such a great, they're a great asset. I said to them that they were the jewel Newtown is the jewel of Delaware County, and Dunwoody is the reason why we are the jewel, is part of the reason why we're the jewel. So their residents were, I think they started out at 50 residents when they first opened, and now they're up to 400. And they're excited. They're going to have more athletic facilities. They're going to do bocce. And Wade, they were so excited. They have a bocce group that goes up to Drexel Lodge Park. And so they're trying to emulate that for people who can't get up there, on a regular basis. So, but there's evidently a bocce expert that lives there, and they're very impressed with the courts that the Public Works had built and that Wade had helped facilitate. So they're going to open up their own bocce and pickleball up on the facility. So it was a really nice experience. It was nice to be the youngest one there. So in any case, but we are very, very fortunate to have them in the community.
Any other board discussion? Move down to public comments, section 17. If there's any members of the public who wish to say anything, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. All right, with that being said, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you.